in this video we have the Meta smart glasses from Ray-Ban. These are pretty amazing. I've been using it for some time and I really feel like it makes a proper review after using, because now I know a lot about this and give you guys a proper explanation and things, and show you guys how this thing works. So right over here in the case it says Ray-Ban Meta, and the glasses sit in there. As you can see, this thing was blinking, so this thing lights up and stuff like that, indicating it's charging and things like that. This is the pairing button in the back. There is a charging port right here, which is a USB-C, and all that stuff. So the unboxing is going to be a separate video because I've already done that a long time ago. But yeah, this is just going to be a video of me explaining what this glass is all about and how it performs and other things like that. So in the inside, it's really comfortable, materials here, and we have our glasses right here. So this thing sits, there's like a charging thing right here where your nose is gonna be, and it just clicks right in there, just like AirPods. It's just gonna start charging, and it's just like that. Right now, compared to a regular, this is going to be a regular Ray-Ban case. Compared to this thing, the original Ray-Ban thing feels super cheap and very thin, obviously for obvious purposes, because this thing is actually a hard shell case. If you squeeze it, it's not going to be as flexible as this. So there's a lot more protection involved in this one, because this is going to be something that you're going to be carrying all day, all the time. This is something, yes, some people do use it, but most of the time they don't. It's just going to hold the glass, and I think this is pretty safe enough to keep a glass in and not keep it scratched up and all that. Again, the material here is pretty nice too, but it's not as good as the other one that we saw over there. This is my regular pair of shades, very tinted, and they also give you a Ray-Ban cloth to keep your lenses clean. Now this is something I can keep all together in this package, and I can close it up, and it closes very nicely. Unfortunately, I do have a cleaning cloth with this, but I can't carry it with me. And I actually might be able to. I could just fit it in here or something, right? So I might be able to do that actually. I haven't actually thought about that, but that's cool. Yeah, so this is the glass and this is the case. There's a battery here on the bottom and all that stuff. So with the glasses now, let me go through the review for the glasses and kind of show you guys how everything works. Now this is the one I picked, and this one is, as you can see, it's clear. You could see my eyes and everything, so it's clear. And this basically tints up when sunlight hits the lenses. Now, no technology, electronical technology is involved in this. It's just how the lens is. They'll just turn dark and tint up, if you're looking at the sun or something like that, or if the sun is out. So this actually doubles as a sunglass, but it's not going to be as tinted as the one that I previously showed you guys, which I use all the time in the daytime, because that thing is super tinted. This thing doesn't get that tinted. So if I'm like, if I didn't get a sleep last night or something like that, I would definitely pick that over this, because it doesn't really do well with the sun. The sun protection that much, but it does work. You know what I mean? It does work. You should always be well rested, by the way. So, but on this right side here, this is, there's like a touch feature here. Now, it's kind of on feel, and there's no buttons or anything like that. I kind of like that, so it keeps the whole glasses a little low key and things like that. So now if I press once, that is basically the play button, right? It's gonna start playing something. It's gonna play whatever it's connected to, on your phone and stuff. You can swipe down like this, it lowers the volume. You can swipe up like this, it higher the volume, increases the volume. And like you could hear it go up. You can hear it like a little noise that kind of indicates that it's going up and down. Now this is actually a pair of headphones as well, which is something that just blows people's mind. Even my friends, they were like, what is this? How does that even work? So right over here is going to be our speakers, right? And it basically somehow, sends the vibration through your brain, and then it goes to your brain. I mean, yeah, something like that. Through your bone and then your brain, something like that. So I'm not, super thing about, how detailed about how that works. But I've seen, my brother actually has headphones that actually work like that. So you're not putting it on your ear. It's just going right through your bone. Now, I'm sitting in the car, and as I'm sitting in the car, if I'm in a phone call with somebody, or if I'm listening to music, this is perfect. I'm sitting at home. This is perfect. I can hear everything. If I'm in a social, place where there's a lot of, noise going on and stuff, I might have to, sometimes bring the volume all the way up to hear anything, right? And sometimes if it's loud enough, I can't hear anything at all. Okay. Now that might be true for most, headphones, but I use the AirPods Pro, second generation, and those are pretty good with the noise canceling feature of that. So if I'm in a very loud space, I just use those because this obviously it doesn't cover up your ear, so it has no way to cancel out other noises or things like that. So something you got to keep in mind if this is the only thing you're going to be wearing. And another thing is quality of audio is really good. It's just like a regular headphone and not bad at all. But what I was amazed by is the quality of the microphone, right? So if you're on a phone call with somebody, people sometimes tell me, hey, I can't really hear you well. You sound a little far away, or things like that. But people say this thing sounds perfect, like as if I'm literally talking on the phone, you know what I mean? So people really compliments the quality of microphone this thing has. So I'm really happy about that, The charge, it lasts, pretty well amount of time, maybe like, 3 hours or so like that. But again, the biggest issue here is you have to carry this, and if you're trying to use it for the entire day, you have to carry this. So which can get really annoying, because this is pretty big. I could leave it in the car, but if I'm traveling on foot, or if I go somewhere, then the carrying this can be a big headache, because this thing is big. You're gonna have to put your phone and then this, so that's definitely a con, but it hasn't been that much of an issue for me yet. So another thing is we have a button here. This button is basically for capturing. Now the Meta glasses, whatever I told you, that's not even the highlight. The Meta glasses, the biggest highlight out of this is the camera. Now this thing is phenomenal. It's like it's weirdly good. You know what I mean? It's weirdly good. The footage is really, really good. So on one side, I believe it's on this side where the camera is, and then there's another thing that looks like a camera, but it's not, right? Okay, so this is the camera, yeah. And then this side, it looks like a camera, but it's not a camera. It's like a light, right? So now if I'm gonna be recording somebody, right? Obviously, I don't want to be a creep. So, Meta did this well by, see, I'm recording right now, okay? And there's this light. You guys can see this light, right? So this light will be on. And this will let people know that this is not just a pair of shades. These are smart glasses, and they are being recorded, which is really nice. I could see a light in the inside right here, and then this basically indicates that I'm recording. So I know that I'm recording, you know what I mean? Because most of the time I wouldn't press this button. I would actually use the voice command, which is what I use most of the time. And then, if I click this, it'll, stop recording. But one thing I wanted to show you guys is that, say I want to tape this up. I want to block this with something, right? And then I would just like put something over this, right? And I don't want people to know that I'm actually recording them or anything like that. This will actually stop recording. I don't know what happened here, but that's weird. Okay, that's kind of weird, but it did happen before. I would accidentally put my hand here or anything, or would touch anything like that, and it would just turn it off and then show me a message, or I think it would speak a message in the headphone saying that the light was covered, and it would stop recording. I wouldn't record anymore. I'm not sure if it's recording right now, but yeah, it was recording. I don't know, that was weird. But yeah, it did happen before, and it would just stop recording. But I don't know why it didn't stop this time. Maybe a glitch. But that's what it is. I think I think you can cover it maybe. Let me see if I can turn it on with this thing covered. Yeah, it does turn on. So it might be a glitch right now, but that's something that it shows. It has the light, and it lets people know that you are recording them. So that's one feature right there, which I think is very important for people's safety. This is the Wayfarer model. You can get a bunch of different models, and kind of whatever fits your face, whatever fits your style, you could definitely do that. And another thing is you can get like a set lenses, right? Like what I mean by that is you can get a lens that would basically just be just be a dark lens, or it would be a clear lens, but it wouldn't like transition from one another. Those would be a little bit cheaper. Those are, I believe, 330 plus tax. This one I believe was 380 plus tax, right? So it was like 400 something with everything. But that's the price difference between this, the base model and this one. But I feel like it's definitely worth it. Like, it's nighttime right now. I'm in my car. It's dark out. It's dark in here too. But I'm wearing this and I can see everything normally. You know what I mean? One issue I didn't have much. I did have it, but my friends had it. Big time was a headache. So I don't know if it's the glasses that they need to, like, the lens that they got to use to, or if it's the the sound, or if it's just in his mind. But in the beginning I kind of felt uncomfortable a little bit, which really happened with the Meta Quest when I was using it. But nowadays it just fits and I'm fine. I think you just got to get used to it. So when you put it on, it turns on, and then go from there. There's a toggle switch here. I think this is just a mute thing, so it's like a toggle switch. You can kind of do that, and then you could close this up and put it back. Now, issue is this thing. You could probably see that light in the thing blinking. So that's the light in the inside. But one problem out of this is, first of all, it's not waterproof. So it's been raining a lot, all over New York, through this entire summer. So I didn't really have that many opportunities to bring this with me, because it's not waterproof or water resistant to begin with. So that's going to be one of the downside, right? Now I'm not sure if they provide any sort of protection, but I did get a 2-year protection because I bought this from Best Buy, and I'm a total membership, with Best Buy. So I have a total membership with Best Buy. So that basically covers me for 2 years. So if accidentally I mess this up or break it or stops working or anything like that, I will be covered. But I would definitely if you use Ray-Bans are good. Ray-Bans are really good. I would, like, if I had to pay extra, I would probably not pick it. But again, you never know. You're wearing this and then you're out, and then suddenly it starts pouring, something happens, and then you're not covered. But what I could tell you is Ray-Ban makes some really good pair of shades. Like every Ray-Ban I had, I think I've had this one for more than a year. And then I had another pair which was probably now, like, I've had it for like 6 years maybe. I've had it for a very long time. So Ray-Ban makes some really good glasses, so I'm not really worried about any quality issues. But I feel like overall, Facebook definitely, Meta definitely, enhanced, the quality of this by, adding such nice microphone and things like that. And another thing, another feature I almost forgot about, which I want to share with you guys, is this thing. If you with Meta products, obviously, on Messenger or WhatsApp, right? Say you are talking to somebody and you switch to a video call, you can actually just literally switch to this, right, on your messenger or your WhatsApp call, there's going to be like a little Ray-Ban Meta button there, and you press it. It will basically switch to these cameras, right? And then you can show them a point of view of what you're doing, you know. So that thing I thought was extremely amazing, and I really loved it. You know what I mean? I really liked it. So, you know, that really will share an experience, or, you know, and in my case, if I want to show how I'm doing something at work, this thing just helps really, really a lot, right? So I will leave some sample videos I made out of this in the description, and they're also on TikTok and stuff. So I will, you know, link some of those up so you guys can actually see what kind of videos you can get out of this, right? Now, internal stuff is something I haven't talked about, which is gonna need my phone. Where's my phone? Right here. So with internal stuff, it's basically very easy to, you know, deal with. So you have to download the Meta View app, which looks like this, right? Once you go in here, right here is my glasses. And unfortunately, if I swipe this down and I go to the Bluetooth section, just like I can see my headphones charge and stuff, I can't see that. I have to go into the app here in order to see how much charge I have on the glasses currently, right? Or I can also ask Meta, you know, how much charge I have and things like that. So, you know, as you can see, my thing is paired right here. All your, you know, stuff is here. One con here is the music selection, right? Now, I use YouTube Music most of the time. I do have Apple Music, but I don't use it. I use YouTube Music, and it kind of sucks that YouTube Music is not here. So if my YouTube Music isn't the last thing I listen to, or if it's not active, you know, on my, you know, on listening thing, or the last thing I was doing, then it wouldn't work. But I think if I tell Meta, I think, yeah, it does work. If I tell Meta to play music from YouTube Music, it will work. But I think, you know, I don't think it matters that much in that case. But, you know, that's something. Other than that, you know, this is the app. And then, you know, that was the home option, right? And then, you know, right on top here are going to be all your media, right? Now, I think you can auto upload, you know, auto import this thing. You know, when you go home, you put in the case, and I think it would, if it would connect to the phone, it would auto import these things. I think you could set that up. And also, you also have another option here, right here, where the, you know, image is. This is where, you know, all the image and all the videos you take are going to be all here. So, you know, it has a pretty good, you know, wide view, as you can see in this picture. I was just sitting in the car and I took a picture, so, you know, it has a pretty wide view, you know what I mean? And the you know, the shape here is, the aspect ratio here is set up really for, like, you know, an Instagram post, or, you know, a Facebook post of some sort like that. So, you know, it's really made for, you know, social media and things like that. But I feel like this is a serious game changer for creators, you know what I mean? Especially point of view vlogs and things like that. You know, the quality looks pretty okay. You know, it looks pretty good. It's obviously not going to be a full-on, you know, DSLR in here, but, you know, as you can see, I took you know, pictures with my friends. You know, it looks pretty good. You know, it looks very presentable and reasonably good. You know, it's not a low-quality camera at all. It gets tricky when you start shooting at low light. At low light, this thing is not good at all. It gets very noisy. I'm just trying to see if I can find anything, but no, I don't have really much stuff here that I can show you guys, but it gets very noisy at night. Oh, I do actually have one. As you can see, it's very noisy. I don't know if you can see properly, but it feels, it is very noisy. I can't see anything on the speedometer in here. It is extremely noisy at nighttime. So at low light, this is not a good camera, but throughout the day, it's pretty good. It's not bad. You know, it's a really good camera. It's a really good camera. Other than that, you know, again, daylight photos are really, really good. You know, daytime photos they're very good. A lot of details, you know, a lot of things. Um, and then, you know, like, it really depends on lighting and stuff, you know. So the video quality and the audio quality, you know, picture quality, I think is phenomenal. I really like it. In the app, is there anything else on the app? Let me see. So you could ask Meta anything. This is like an AI, you know, this is the Meta AI, which is really, really good, actually. You know, it's very responsive and it gives you good information as well. I found it to be very, very helpful. So, you know, again, the best highlight out of this glasses was going to be, you know, your picture taking ability, your video taking ability. You know, you can listen to music. It's, you know, a pair of headphones pretty much too. You can talk to people, you can show people things, you can live stream out of this, you know. It does have a lot of good you know, situation out there where you can really use this, you know, very nicely. And I know, like, this video is getting long, but, you know, I just wanted to make an in-depth video because actually one of my friends also, you know, requested this video because people don't really know, you know, what to expect out of this. Now, me personally, I don't even know why I was that dumb, but me personally, I thought this would, you know, be like a smart glasses, like, you know, where it would kind of replace my Meta Quest 3, which is what I had that, and I found myself to not use that thing for an entire month. And you know, my brother was telling me, like, man, return this thing because people buy this and people don't use it, and then people sell it for like fraction of the price. And I was looking at Facebook Marketplace and I see, like, you know, people are selling it for like, you know, $250, you know, something that cost me like $600 to buy. You know, it was a fraction of the price online, and people rarely use it. And I get it why people rarely use it, because it's really uncomfortable. You can't really, you know, lay down with it, sleep with it. You have to be, you know, standing still in a bed, you know, in a chair, or, you know, you would have whatever you're doing, like, you know, it gets hot, it crashes, it doesn't have a lot of apps or things to do. But this, I was thinking, like, you know, it would kind of, you know, be a more comfortable wear, and I would be able to do similar things. You know, I don't know why I thought there would be some sort of screen here, but those glasses do exist, and from a good company. I actually saw that, but, you know, that might be a future video of something else, but I don't want to try that right now. But this, for what it is, I think I really, really like it, and I definitely think the money is worth it. You know, Ray-Ban glasses here, they cost a lot of money to begin with. They should not cost that much, but they do. And I feel like from spending that kind of money to, you know, spend the money to have a smart glass like this, I definitely think it's worth the money. You know, I mean, you know, $400 is a lot, but, you know, for what you're getting, I feel like it's definitely worth it. I've watched a bunch of videos, and I feel like other YouTubers also kind of feels similar about it. So I definitely like it. You know, it's a high quality device, which I also couldn't really find from Apple, and I was shocked that this thing performs way better than my AirPods Pro 2nd Gen. So I was really shocked about that. But, you know, again, the lifespan is very short, especially if you're taking photos and recording. But again, you know, if you carry your case with you, you're good. Just another con I had was this thing is very fragile. I think I dropped this once, and I kind of had a ding somewhere, you know, but right here, I had a scratch right here. I think on like the second day or something, it just dropped, and yeah, I got a scratch. You know, it didn't even drop from that much of a height, but, you know, that's something you could expect. This thing can get worn out. I don't think it's going to be that much of a big deal, but I feel like this material here is the same material that the Apple case was made from, and, you know, this thing did not survive well. I've probably used this more than a year or something. So again, I don't really expect this thing to look phenomenal like it is right now, but you know, overall, my case here is, I would definitely recommend this glasses if whatever you're trying to do, you know. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people take their phone out to take photos and things like that, especially let's say you're driving or something like that, or sometimes something is happening really quickly and you're trying to pull up your phone and then you're trying to go in the app to take a photo. It might take a long time, but this, you can tell it to take a photo. You can press the button to take a photo. You can hold on to this button a little, for like a couple of seconds, start taking a video. You can tell it to take a video, so it's instant and on the spot. And I feel like that's really, really helpful, especially as a creator, and especially for me as a contractor. My hands are always dirty and always busy, so I don't want to be, moving a whole tripod and a camera everywhere, and dealing with that kind of stuff. And then also I can't show the point of view, I can't show close up and things like that all the time. But I feel like this thing just knocks everything out of the park, especially for a creator. I think every single creator should have this and the DJI Pocket 3. Man, good stuff. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you want to see the samples and stuff that comes out of the this device here, then check the description of the video. I will leave some links there for you to check out. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Peace.